Brosplay! Wow. Am I ever going to start a session without saying wow?
No.
Or hey!
Not the first one.
Gee, look how many save things you can have.
Just in case you want to have 5 of each.
Just ignore just ignore what 6 said.
I did not see
Totally,
it. So,
exactly.
I will ignore.
Did you see? Match Brains and Brawl. We're going to be... let me see. What every young boy would love to be.
Aspires to be.
Yes.
Jesus.
I was going to say young liberal, but...
Wouldn't it be hilarious if instead of auto-correcting the F word to duck, corrected it to cuck?
We're going to skip this because it's like every other thing, and I'm sure there's a reason. Did you see that? Did you see the pun?
I didn't actually. What is? I read it, but I've forgotten.
Battle Royale.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
So this is how King Knight operates. He spins, and he can do this off of walls. Bing.
Ooh. And is that an attack?
Yes, it's also an attack. But this only works if you hit something. I can't do this over top of him. But I can do this and then hit him like that.
Interesting. So it's kind of like the down shovel in a way.
Yes.
But you need to hit something.
But very specific.
Huh.
And
what an interesting movement.
And it works very strangely. And they're doing the classic thing they've done in every playthrough where they teach you how it works without saying a goddamn word or ever stopping your progress. It's incredible. It's almost like it's been possible the whole time.
It's actually more incredible that it's not like that in every game, if you ask me.
It's incredible?
Yeah, like it's amazing that people think the best way to teach someone is to stop everything and try to spoon feed them the info.
Yeah.
You know, if I can give you a... Oh, wow. That seemed like an unnecessary amount of...
You see that?
Is that your crown?
Yeah.
Nice.
Gets spat up by the dogs of hell.
When you think about kids in school, like how often do kids in school do well with just sitting there and having information explained at them?
That's like, yeah, that's actually a...
right?
That was Wayne from Letterkenny. He's like, well, no wonder they're having a hard time learning. You're telling children to just sit, be still. Like everything they want to do is moving, and that's good. It's maybe we taught kids to spend all their time indoors. Maybe
playing
it's
video
teachers'
games.
fault. Yeah,
it's actually not a crazy idea because there was a period in time where kids didn't sit for 8 hours a day. Right? It wasn't a normal part of life for them.
And school, the way that school is designed with the, that's the end of the level, by the way.
What?
That grabby doodle.
When you grab it, it flies you away?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, no. Shit. Fuck. Never mind. It was an extra thing. That's right. The grabby doodle, the end of the level is like a much more exciting one.
That's why I was wondering. It seemed really, underwhelming.
The way that they set up kids, this is on purpose.
Okay. I was going to make fun of you, so I'm glad that you specified on that.
The desk setup it's factory work. It's designed to put kids in factories at a time when we needed kids in or adults in factories, I guess.
Well, and now it's pretty much set up for kids to work in offices.
Right. And the setup is it's the same. I worked in a factory for a while. It's start time 2 hours, break 2 hours, lunch 2 hours, break. And it's the same increments, like the 15-minute and the half an hour lunch.
Really?
Yeah.
That is weird. You're so right. That's exactly what it's like.
Thank you.
I'd never drawn that connection because we both worked at that same place.
I only make YouTube content for people to tell me, oh my God, you're so right. So
that's why I got into this game, is for the validation.
That's the one that I needed, that one just for today. So that was my thank you for today.
Oh my God. It's just weird the fact that you give one education, like just one education, as if all kids are the same.
Well, I remember I remember it kind of being a little obnoxious in high school when kids were constantly asking me why, or not me, they were asking why would I need to know this information, and I'm like, just fucking get back to learning. And now I'm like, yeah. Like, I'm not saying that we shouldn't teach them. I'm saying we should also teach them better stuff. Because although Pythagorean theorem is definitely a useful tool, I think in place of that, learning when and how to do my taxes correctly and how to keep good records and information that I should know on really important things about life should probably have taken precipice or whatever.
Precedent?
See, I also need an English class, right?
Well, I always thought it was weird that we take civics and careers here in Canada, or at least here in Ontario, and in that we learn the very basics of how the government works, which we already learn in history class. Mm-hmm. And then we learn how to budget a budget that isn't our own budget. They're like, here, everyone pick a career out of this fucking hat. And it's like, oh, so you get to be a doctor and you get to be a garbage man. So like both of you go ahead and budget what you're going to do. But then it's, it's so easy to write down. First of all, is that like a new health bar?
It's a new health, yeah. It's Regal.
Oh. Anyways, so then you're going to write down, oh yeah, every month I'll spend $50 in entertainment. Like, how the fuck do you know? In the real world, you're probably going to spend $350 in like entertainment and fun, but that's not how your budget gets written because you don't have to live it. Right? It's silly. It's like if you were to make a food diary, but you were to only do it while you were at camp where they're making food for you. It's like, what the hell is the purpose of tracking that?
Yeah. We can definitely use education reform. That's really easy to pass bills on education reform, right?
Oh, absolutely, yeah. And right just now,
in one day, right?
The whole system right now is just in turmoil because of all the funding cuts to education.
Yes.
So there's strikes left, right, and center. This goes to show you how dirty politics is. So the new government wants to cut funding for education, and part of that means cutting funding for teachers' pay. So now they're in these contract negotiations with teachers. And so all the parents are complaining about these days they have to find daycare for.
Right.
Because their kids are normally in school every day. So the government puts $40 million towards childcare to take care of the kids while the strikes are going on.
Yeah, but it's not a lot.
$40 million?
No, per person.
Oh, yeah, no, it's not a lot. But what's really insulting about it is the idea that they are taking the heat off of themselves. They're trying to get the parents mad at the teachers.
Yep.
They want the parents to say, hey, just give up so my kid can go back to school. Mm-hmm. Dirty business. I know all business is dirty, but when you see it, it's just creepy. It's
like that House of Cards, this disorganized labor.
I don't actually...
So Frank is trying to win a negotiation with the union of, I think they're actually teachers. Yeah. And so he pretends that he just came up with that word, even though that's like a reinforcing term, like specifically to get people, like it's a very specific term, disorganized labor. It's like his way of like associating a bad word with them and their union. And the guy sees right through it. He's like, that's a really nice party line, Frank, but can we talk like for real?
I always like when people just shove politicians' crap right back in their face. Mm-hmm. It's just tough because I don't really think there's a way to be a clean politician. And if you are, your odds of winning are just so minimal.
Well, if the game is dirty, right?
Exactly. You got to play the game the way it's designed. One person I'm really interested in the U.S. is Tulsi Gabbard. She's
Tulsi Gabbard.
Yeah, she's from Hawaii, and she used to serve in the military. But they were doing these debates, and she just hamstringed this other woman. The other woman used to be an attorney general, and in that time, there's like documented evidence of her hiding evidence for somebody who was in a death penalty trial. And they got the death penalty while she was sitting on the evidence. She's also done this.
She must have a big butt.
Because she cannot lie?
She was... Wow. That's pretty good.
Thanks, bro.
No, because because she was sitting on a lot of evidence. Right?
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Also, I mean, can we separate attorney in general into two different jobs? Like, for fuck's sakes. Like, no wonder it's hard to do.
Oh my God. The other thing was in Texas or one of those states, they made this rule where the kids who didn't go to school, their parents would be threatened with jail time
Holy
for their
shit.
kids not going to school. Yeah.
Well, I remember when Flint, Michigan had that issue with their water. They were threatening people with losing their children for not paying for water because they could prove that they could say that their children weren't receiving the correct nutrition, even though the government of the place was the reason why they couldn't get the fucking nutrition.
So sorry, they were going to take people's kids away because they weren't buying bottled water?
No, because they weren't buying tap water. People said, okay, fine, we'll do bottled. And they said, if you aren't registered as paying for water through your home, then it's grounds for us to take your kids.
This was after the whole crisis?
During.
What?
Yeah. According to Philip DeFranco.
I don't know how I feel about him. If I'm honest, really don't know how I feel about him.
Oh,
But that's it.
what would a YouTube video be without
Some bullshit.
without some nonsense about another YouTuber that you may not have read into correctly? You know?
Yeah.
I mean,
it's
personally, I think we should all take everything with a grain of fault. Haha.
true.
God damn, I'm fucking good.
Don't touch me, I'm sick.
Well, I mean, I'm actually pretty healthy, relatively.
Healthy boy. Oh, that was convenient.
Yeah, they exploded simultaneously. Oh, look at that butthole! Nothing but holes, but holes, but holes.
It's all about them buttholes.
Do you remember that? That was on Final Space.
Oh, really? No, I don't. Was that the second season?
No,
Oh, okay.
the Kevin, the robot. He's like, nothing but holes, but holes, but holes.
Oh my God, Kevin's amazing.
I thought Kevin was voiced by Tom Kenny, who plays SpongeBob,
Yeah.
but he's not. I forgot the
Isn't
guy's
he played by
name.
one of the guys who was on SNL for
Yes.
years and years? He's isn't he the guy that does that? So if a priest and a rap,
Yes,
so
he was that
So and
guy,
then there
yes.
was what's his name? I would not know his name, but he reminds me of Rick Moranis. Like
Yes,
a lot of Rick
yes.
Moranis
Some even say he's the Rick Moranis
of his time.
of Rick Moranis. He's the Moranis of, I don't know.
Yeah, I remember Rick Moranis being huge at a certain point.
Absolutely.
And
He left
then-
at the apex of his career.
Yeah, he did.
Arguably.
You know who I really miss from back in the days? Who I mean, he's still acting now, but I just haven't seen him in as much. Is William H. Macy?
He's been in Shameless for like
years.
6 years, I think.
Yeah, many seasons of Shameless, and he was great in Shameless. But just William H. Macy in general, he's just
Oh, he was also in the. Never mind. No, he wasn't. He he was in the original movie Fargo, not that was Martin Freeman who played him in the show.
there's a TV show.
Yeah.
Martin Freeman, that's the guy who plays Watson in the Sherlock
Yep.
show, right?
And The
Nice.
Hobbit, less notably.
Nice. I like him.
I think he's phenomenal.
Yeah,
I
he's
think
good.
he was. I didn't notice that he was actually in Marvel movies before Black Panther. He was in Civil War.
Really?
Yeah.
Where?
When they captured the guy who starts the Civil War, he's the one who's like, we're gonna have some chats with you or something like that.
Oh, so he's just generic FBI guy.
Well, yeah, but he flies a spaceship in Black Panther.
Okay.
So he's
not so
that
generic after
Yeah,
all.
he's a spaceship flyer. Bet you feel sick. Sorry now.
Not really. Not really. Martin can suck it. Joey
think he
Diaz. Joey Diaz had a tweet the other day, and he just goes, "Oh, what did he say? Oh yeah, he's like, you're either slinging dick or sucking dick, so you choose."
Hey, listen here, Joe Rogan.
Oh my God!
Let me tell you, Joe Rogan.
Did you hear what Ari Shaffir did to Bert Kreischer?
No.
he dosed him with MDMA while they were
No.
doing a podcast. And they were recording the podcast at Bert's house with his wife and his kids there.
Wow.
So, so people obviously got super mad at him, and there was a period where they weren't talking for a while. But then they're talking about it now, and like it's now funny because Bert's gotten over it. And Joe's just saying, any other industry, if somebody dosed one of their colleagues with MDMA and then laughed about it, they would be fired immediately.
That's always kind of bugged me when like when people think it's funny when it would not be funny if it happened to them, right?
Yeah.
Because there was another guy who did that. It was another comedian. I forget who it was, but he was in Joe's circle, and he dosed some guy's. Well, dosed, but he gave some dude's grandma weed cookies without telling her what they were, which is not right on a lot of fucking okie doke, which is not right on a lot of levels. Because it could also like seriously affect an elderly person.
Yeah, no, that's definitely.
So
not
this
right.
is some weird card game that they've kind of shoehorned in.
Now that you have this deck, I guess
It's like the only thing in like 4 years of this game having updates that I'm like, eh.
Yeah, this is a little weird.
It's also like really spoon feeding me the idea of how it works, and I don't think you need to play. Push left. I need to like push things onto the coins or something, and
So I think at the end you want to make sure your tile is under that green thing.
yes, that's exactly what it is.
Weird.
But it's got an opposing thing, so I need to push it that way.
Yeah, there
Okay.
you go.
I don't know. It's all right. I don't.
Oh, it's BoJack Horseman.
It's
Armored
actually
Horseman.
It's actually Steve Rogers, the horseman.
So, you know the movie Happy Gilmore?
Aware?
The first scene that he discovers he can hit the ball that far. Ooh, that was cool.
Look at these drawings. Like this kid here on the left here is
Weird,
like
yeah, what?
incredibly well done.
In the opening scene, he realizes he can hit that far, and he hits like down the street, and it hits some dude standing in his yard in the head.
And that's the joke, yeah.
And then some woman sticks her head out the window, and he hits her. And I'm just thinking, this passed for comedy? Like for real? For real?
Oh,
People think this is funny?
I saw a trailer for one of the lesser American Pie movies the other day, and I was like, holy shit, the bar was low in the early 2000s.
It certainly was, man.
I mean, it still is. There's still definitely a lot of really, like, eugh.
So how does this work?
Oh, these are cheats, which I don't really care for.
Are you serious? You don't even get items?
You do, but the items
okay.
are boring.
So it's all about this stupid card game?
No, well, kind of.
Why does King even have cards? I thought that was just like some goofy name they came up with.
King of Cards. These guys are like, I don't know, they are part of your crew?
What? Just out of nowhere?
Yeah, because you fly around in like a Zeppelin or something.
Where did you get the Zeppelin? Like, what the fuck?
One of these guys? I don't know.
Just trust it.
Although, as far as I know, this is the last promise that they made for the Kickstarter from like 6 or 7 years ago. So we may... Oh, that's right! They're already working on another game. A totally unique...
Different game.
Yeah, it looks like it's from like the Ninja Gaiden era. What are you telling me to do?
Just leap off the bow.
Oh, okay. All right. Like Kratos.
Yeah, and land like a superhero.
What timing are we at? Are we good? Should we keep going?
We are good. I believe we are about 18 minutes in. So
we can do the Rollin' Roadhouse.
yes, we can do the Rolling Roadhouse.
Look at this fucking hedgehog.
Aw, can't shoulder him.
No, I was hoping I could just.
Looks like he's giving you a
You didn't say
Don't
the magic
do
word.
that.
You didn't say the magic word. What the fuck?
Don't do that.
What?
Can you just straight up attack it?
No, not
What?
without a special. Like, there's like a glove that I can get later on.
You're kidding.
Fuck. I don't think I can do this without the glove.
Can you not go downwards through?
No, you have to hit something before you start you have to initiate the, what's it called?
Can you hit that ledge right there? Barely. Not really, no, actually.
Nope.
No. Wow. So you can't go down.
Yeah, I need to come back with the doodle.
Wow. Okay. Oh, you're off the beaten path, I see.
Yeah, that wasn't, oh, it's, Baz, or whatever his name is.
Hey, Baz!
Kaz, or...
It's Baz!
Yeah, it's Baz.
Definitely Baz. People must be so happy we're not reading all that bullshit out anymore.
Oh, no, there's gonna be people who are upset about it.
But I preferred hearing their voices.
Well, some people play it, some people watch Let's Plays because they also want to, like, be part of the game.
Oh, yeah, true. We're part of the game. Baz, you really gotta, like... You gotta watch out here,
Slow down
bro.
with the balls.
Yeah,
man.
like, I'm gonna leave.
Nobody wants to see that.
I'm gonna leave, and you're gonna have to live in this destroyed castle. So, it's kind of on you.
Yeah, that's the thing that they always, they usually forget about in superhero movies is all the destruction.
Oh, that follows, yeah. Isn't that why Batman vs. Superman is kind of interesting? Because it at least comments on the destruction that Superman left behind?
Yeah, well, they do that in the Avengers. Because the guy who starts the Civil War is his family was killed in Sokovia or whatever it's called.
That's right. That's where the Sokovia Accords come from.
Yeah, and I think that was actually a really cool. That was a really cool way to like acknowledge the reality, I guess, about superheroes, even though the show's supposed to be fun.
That's what I noticed was weird, is that they commented on it when it felt like it was enjoyable to comment on, but then it kind of felt like they just didn't care after they had done that. Right? Like,
yeah.
I don't know, maybe I'm just reading into it too much, but it just seemed like when it was convenient for it to be a problem, it was a problem, and when they wanted it to not be a problem, it wasn't anymore.
I think maybe it was because it was supposed to be a what's it called that Tony was supposed to go through. Like, he was supposed to sort of be brought down to everyone else's level and feel bad about stuff before realizing that he shouldn't feel bad and he should be himself and save the world and shit.
Potentially. It really did seem like it was his journey that was being followed. Primarily. I don't know what it was. Maybe I've just... No, I haven't grown up. Fuck that noise. I still very much enjoy Iron Man to the fullest possible extent.
I enjoyed almost every single...
Holy crap, a flying rat king?
Yeah, a ball of rats.
Oh, yeah, wow, that was actually kind of interesting.
Instead of, like, that rat has a family, it's like, this is the rat and his family.
And his family, yeah. But yeah, I still very much enjoy Iron Man 1, as much as I did when I first watched it. And I just did not feel the same magic from the last couple of movies. I thought Infinity War was twice as good as Endgame, personally.
Yes. I think that maybe the whole movie should have happened in one movie, like the whole story.
And been condensed down?
Or you could have even done an in-betweeny show, like movie where instead of it being the battle against Thanos just it just begins with Thanos wiping out half the universe. And then the whole movie is Iron Man trying to survive in a spaceship in the middle of nowhere with a raccoon he doesn't like, and what's the arrow guy's name? Oh, Hawkeye. Hawkeye's experience of turning into a totally different character.
Oh yeah,
Ronan, I think is his name.
Dude, that would have been way better.
Yeah,
that would have been way better.
And then it's
so
like
that when Endgame finally came around, you'd be ready for it.
Yeah, and it was like, it would have been really cool to have this like almost like a second part to Winter Soldier, because Winter Soldier was like, it was like espionage and superheroes. It was a really good combination of the two. And to see another one of those where instead of that very, very short fight between Hawkeye and Black Widow fight each other over who's going to sacrifice themselves.
Yes.
Imagine if the whole movie was that. Her trying to bring him in and him trying to slow her down without killing her. And that balance of him trying to maintain the angry dude that he is, having lost his family.
Yeah, and trying to not... It's always tough when you're in a situation like that. You want to not enjoy things because you feel like you shouldn't.
Right.
Right? You feel like because... Whoa. Is that a secret?
No, that was the end.
Oh.
The big exciting ones are end of levels.
Oh, it's just weird that it was red that time.
It was the Lich Yard or something?
Alrighty then. Next time, the Turncoats Tower.